The following presentation contains spoilers. You've been warned.
Yeah, what's happening, 808 gang? This your boy Q Rocker, 808 Kicks, back in the building with another video. Today, we want to talk about this Air movie. This movie, let me just say this. The movie was good. I enjoyed the movie as a movie. And when I say as a movie, I mean the entertainment value. The jokes landed well. A lot of references to things that I know from the period, because it was a period piece. It was an 80s movie. It sounded 80s. It looked like the 80s. Everybody had on period appropriate attire. The cars, the backgrounds, everything was on point for the 80s from what I can remember from the 80s, which was great. The plot was cool. It's a story that a lot of us know in bits and pieces, which is where we go with this. The movie was about, of course, Phil Knight, Rob Strasser, Peter Moore, Sonny Vaccaro, George Raveling, and Howard White, and of course Dolores and Michael Jordan. We don't see Mike, which is cool. I mean, we see him, but we don't see him. Like he's there, but it's not much to look at. I was cool on that because this movie was not about Michael Jordan per se. He was a means to an end as far as the plot is concerned. They don't show him play in the way that you would expect to see in a basketball movie. This is not necessarily a basketball movie. It's a movie about the business behind basketball sneakers at that period of time, which is why I enjoyed the movie. As far as the characters were concerned, all the characters were good in my opinion. I really enjoyed Chris Tucker. Hadn't seen him in that type of role before. He killed it. Viola Davis is one of the best actresses on the planet since the planet. Ain't got too much to say about her, except for this one scene right at the end. Oh man. Yeah. Y'all will see what I'm talking about when y'all see the movie. Sonny Vaccaro and Rob Strasser are pretty much the main characters in the movie. Phil Knight is there. Howard White is there. George Raveling pop in for a small second. Just the one scene. Maybe two scenes, I think, but I feel like it was just one scene. His part in the movie, or his role in the situation, was very small, which, come to find out, is not true. That's the problem with this movie. It looks good, it feels good, it sounds good, but it's a version of a story that none of us know the real version to. And I don't think we'll ever get the real version of the story of how Michael Jordan got to Nike. Some things about it make sense. Some things about it are undeniable. We know about Adidas and Converse being involved. We know that Jordan wanted to go to Adidas. He didn't want to come to Nike. We know that. All that stuff that's getting depicted in this movie is from a certain perspective, because come to find out, Sonny Vaccaro and Michael Jordan got beef, and Phil Knight and Rob Strasser had beef before Rob Strasser died. This movie will have you believing that Sonny Vaccaro was the main catalyst behind getting Michael Jordan to Nike. And according to Sonny Vaccaro, this is indeed the case. The real life Sonny Vaccaro says pretty much it was his idea and his doing, for the most part, to get Michael Jordan to Nike. Rob Strasser would disagree. Phil Knight would disagree. And obviously Michael Jordan would disagree. Jordan says that George Raveling is the main reason why he went to Nike. I'm gonna link articles down below, y'all, because me and my wife, when we got home from the movie, we started reading all these articles that are telling different versions of what this movie is telling us of the same story. This is the Sonny Vaccaro version. This movie, Sonny is the hero. Rob plays a role. Phil plays a role, a smaller role in Gravity. He played a big role, but a small role in the movie. This is Sonny's and Dolores' story. And I think because Michael Jordan suggested that Viola Davis play his mom, they went with it. They had to write her a bigger role. You know she got that bag. Her bag was probably way too big to just have her doing small scenes here and there. So you gotta give her more lines now. You gotta give her more camera time. Now, it's Viola Davis, for Christ's sake. I think that kind of switched up the story and took it into another direction that wasn't necessarily the case. We know his mama, like, she played a role, like, they did kind of have to go through her, but maybe not in the way that's being shown in this movie. I think it's a little dramatized in the movie to make it seem just more epic, I guess, because it was pretty epic in the movie. Like the lines they was delivering, some of the speeches, the monologues they were giving on this movie was A1. So I like the movie, but I don't believe the movie. I ain't even mad at it either. At the end of the day, this happens all the time. People get sued, companies get sued, people come out and retort and recant. They go crazy. Like, people losing money over telling lies on these movies, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, that's what y'all want to do. But it was a good movie. Nevertheless, I don't hate it. I encourage y'all to go out there and see it. Man, ain't too much to spoil. Peter Moore's role was his role was taken down. Rob Strasser's role was taken down, and George Raveling is almost non-existent in the movie. And those three people had more to do with it than the movie will have you believe, according to all these people. So, including Michael Jordan. When Jordan says George Raveling had a lot to do with it, and the man only had one scene in the movie, that's BS. That's BS. They got enough to do a sequel. I don't know if they will. I want to see a different version now. Like, and I don't know if we gonna get that. I don't know how somebody else would even attempt to pull that off. I don't know how much sense it would even make. But reading them articles, man, seeing what really happened, because a lot of most of these people, Rob Strasser, Sonny Vaccaro, and Peter Moore all left Nike later on. Like, not even 5 years later for Rob and Peter Moore. They both left Nike in 1987. It wasn't all peaches and cream. You know, the way it ended was bad. As far as the relationship between Phil Knight and Peter Moore and Rob Strasser. Rob Strasser, unfortunately, he died not too many years after that. But him and Phil never patched it up. They wasn't cool when he died. So Phil don't really have a reason to make him look good. But at the same time, Rob Strasser's daughter works at Nike right now, Avery Strasser. And they name drop her in the movie too. I don't know, man. This is less of a review, I think, and more of just me telling y'all how I feel about it. That's all I got, man. So yeah, man, the Air movie, it was good. It was good. I give it a 8.5 out of 10. I give it an 8.5. So yeah, man, y'all go check it out. It released April 5th. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments, bro. I want to go see it again now with having read all these articles, getting some of the backstory from different angles. I want to see it again with this knowledge now and see if I come away from it with a different feeling. This your boy Q Rocker, man. Y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to 808 Kids. Turn on notification bells so y'all can stay up to date with what we doing. Check out the Shoe Dog podcast every Tuesday on my channel and on Love Kicks Custom. Get with y'all on the next one. Peace.